Hi, I'm Matt Sweetwood, and today I want to talk to you about a big concept, and that concept is how to actually live a longer and happier life. Now, I'm not going to sell you some potion today that you're going to drink and make your life longer and better and more healthy and all of those things, but I am going to give you some tips that if you apply them, they're deeply rooted in philosophy and wisdom, and they're going to help you have a much better journey here on this earth. And what I always like to start with is the why. Why do you want to be on this earth? Why do you want to keep living longer? For me, I have an amazing life. I'm the CEO of a really exciting company here in Miami called Lux Now. I have an amazing speaking career where I go out and I talk and I help to a lot of people. I have five incredibly successful adult children that I've raised from little kids as a single dad into adults. I have a granddaughter who is like the cutest thing on earth. So my whys are very, very clear. And if you list your whys, you're going to also find a lot of motivation to improve your existence and understand why you're toiling through every day. My tip number two is movement. Make sure you move your ass every day. That means you get up from your chair and you go out for a walk. I wear one of these Fitbits, and I apologize actually for the yellow band right now. But this thing reminds me every 60 minutes I have to walk. I try to hit 11,000 steps every day. I try to exercise. I monitor my heart. I do all of those things. But movement, even if you don't have time to really work out all the time, make sure you move. You move, you live. My tip number three, and this is maybe the most obvious one, is to eat well. If you go out too much, you eat too much fast food, you eat too much volume. I think in America, this is particularly a problem where we just eat too much. But if you control your eating and you make it a lifestyle, I myself in my life was 300 pounds at one time, and I had to work my way from that into a much healthier and stronger and better position. And once again, you go back to those whys, and that can give you the motivation. My tip number five, and this is something that I actually have the most trouble with, is to remember to breathe. And I use my Fitbit for that sometimes too, because it reminds me. But I try to take time several times a day to just kind of close my eyes and just sort of block everything from my mind. Some call it meditation, but I have a little bit of ADHD, so meditation, I don't know if I like that term, but just really a few minutes a day to take some deep breaths into your deepest part of your body. It relaxes your nervous system. I've spoken to doctors about this. It's definitely founded in medicine. And my tip number five on how to actually live longer, slow down the aging process, be more successful, is gratitude. And this is something that you can't live without. And now I make a list of all the things I'm grateful for: my health, my life, my children, my grandchild, the wonderful journey that I've had, the success in business I've had, all of those things, my eyesight. And I keep a list. I actually have a Google Doc where I keep a list. And in that list, I try to add to that list frequently, and I go through it. And I find that if I'm in a bad mood or in a bad place, or I want to refer to my whys, I go back to that list and I remember how truly lucky I am. In fact, I think about I'm lucky to live in the United States, to live in Miami, to have an ocean view, to be the CEO of a really cool company, and all of those things. So, my five tips for living longer and happier and more successful: list your whys, move, eat well, make sure to breathe, and find gratitude in all the amazing things in your life. I'm Matt Sweetwood, and I hope today's tip makes your life and business better.